Oh my gosh, you guys, so much to talk about. What an episode. We have period parties, Rayna's stalker, and Scarlett's new move. Stay tuned, lots to talk about.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Y'all.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're taking a breather. We're trying to recover after that one. My goodness. Hey guys, we're gonna get right to it. Welcome to the Nashville AfterBuzz show here at AfterBuzz TV. I can't even talk, I'm so flustered. I'm one of your hosts, JJ Jurgens. You can follow me at JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined by these lovely ladies.
Hi guys, it's good to be back again this week. My name is Keetin Marchi, and you guys can follow me all over the interwebs at Keetin Marchi.
Hey y'all. I'm Whitney Lane. You can follow me at Southern_Wit. We're gonna have trouble this episode, I think.
Oh, for sure. Hi everyone, I'm Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
All right, we usually build up to the biggest moment, but we just have to start with that right away. Let's talk about this ending. Ladies.
That was one of the best red herrings in dramatic
That was
television
so unexpected.
as of late.
That was great, you guys. None of us saw that coming. That's why it made it so good, awful but good.
Because the entire, that entire, I guess last 15 minutes, that was a very long scene between Wayne and Rayna. I was on the edge of my seat. I was holding my breath. I was just oh my god, this is stressing me out. We kept getting yelled at within the studio because we were all no, and screaming, having weird reactions. And then they kind of, give you, okay, Rayna's okay, she gets out, and then they even give you the phone call to Deacon, which was also very emotional, but okay, you're coming home. And so
and he has no idea what's happening.
He has no idea. So everything kind of we were all so tense, and they kind of ironed it out, and we're oh.
That's what happened.
No! No!
It was so good. I mean,
it was definitely high stress. Oh, thank gosh.
Yeah.
And then immediately just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then literally hit us.
and I think so well done because Wayne, I'm sorry I didn't look up the actor's name, but I thought great casting as a creeper. I thought he did a great job, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I love the way, as soon as the security guard left, we were all oh, come on.
We knew.
Yeah, we knew this is when it was going to happen.
Headphones
But
on.
and she had headphones on. It was all dark in the office.
Woman, why are you making him go sit in the car? I would want him at least sitting in there. He can look on his phone and do his thing. He's not bothering you.
And have you guys ever been in your office alone at night?
Creepy.
Right?
I hate it.
And then randomly security guards walk by and it's who the heck is here? And it's no.
And we're even on lots that are protected,
guys,
and I know there's a lot of security at CBS, but
never
it's
know.
freaky.
You're also on lots that have a lot of history, so they're probably haunted.
Well, definitely. Paragon's definitely haunted. But that stuff in general, I remember when I was growing up and I'd go through my dad's office, at night, I'm sketched out. I'm already a paranoid person, but when it's dark and, you hear those creaks and, all of that,
and you can see through all, the glass pan, and then we could see his reflection. No!
That was my favorite shot of the night. I thought that was so great how they did that, because they didn't cut to him
we knew
peeking
it was
over there.
happen.
We did, but it was so creepy seeing him, just
slowly.
barely up there. I loved it.
Who directed this episode? I need to look it up because it was a very, very well done episode.
I'm telling you, the production value.
Yes.
It's
skyrocketing.
No, the show is
Right
keeping
now.
everybody on their edge of their seat, so we're
Yeah,
ready for it. But, I don't even know what to thank you guys. That was just... I'm scared. I don't know what's happening right now.
Is Connie Britton done?
No, I don't know, because I felt the whole last 10 minutes of that episode, we just ran the gamut of all types of emotions.
I also thought it was going to be a different kind of reveal. I thought he wasn't going to just be a straight and narrow stalker. I thought he was going to actually be I've known you for a long time and have some sort of actual reasoning behind it. And then it was going to be, he could be a little redeemable. Poor Wayne. He was not.
Yeah.
Even though he had a knife, you can redeem that. But still, I was maybe there's some actual connection. But there wasn't.
Yeah, and I think it was just sad, and I think it was also great with the writing and acting combined that we kind of empathized with him because he made it humanistic and saying, no, you've always known me, your music has touched me, and had that connection. And I kind of he's human in some ways, but he had a very twisted mentality and how he perceived the situation.
I I thought Connie Britton, I mean, that woman, I love Connie Britton. I've loved her since she...
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights.
Let's be clear, Tammy Taylor.
Yeah. Tammy Taylor. I love her, and her acting in that scene was so great. It was so great. Some of the and like I know we kind of get on her sometimes because like I don't think she's like the best singer on the show, but dang, that woman is an incredible actress. And the way you could see every thought within her character's mind is like, okay, I have to use a different tactic. Okay, I have to change the tactic as she's like seeing, how he's reacting to what she's saying, and it just I literally think I held my breath almost the entire scene.
Well, I think that was a whole nother thing is when she's going through this, the emotions that I felt. Like, I was frustrated because I was like, why are you, like, run. Yeah. Try to take a run for it when he's turning around. That's, like anything. I was thinking, like, what can you do? Because it's like fight or flight, But, yeah, you felt it all. Fear, frustration, worry, anticipation, suspense. Like, it was all there.
All human emotions in 10 minutes.
And then it was even worse because,
I'm exhausted.
What's going to happen to Rayna Jaymes?
Stressful.
That was shocking. It was. I'm still not over it. I grabbed your arm when it happened. We all
just
yelled.
Yeah.
But it's just like that was so unexpected. Like that show, I'm like now I'm more into it. Nashville bringing some good stuff here.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, because it was just like because it got your mind. It was the pacing of it was just amazing because, like you said, it was long enough for us to see her character trying to work the tactics and trying to figure out what to do. But then you think you're getting just the like, okay, well, she's gonna be, hearing Deacon just be like, "Come home, baby." We're like, oh, you just feel so
because you have someone to like go to when you've been through such a traumatic experience.
And I felt like we had talked before, I think like 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was even 3 at this point, where we thought that Stalker Story was going to end for a little bit, and we're like, oh no, we wanted to see it build and get like really scary and really, and it did. So thank you.
I'm so glad because we were talking about how frustrated we were. Like that was so anticlimactic, and this was just like out of
because this is what we wanted. Right. I mean, we wanted
they redeemed themselves,
and I think we thought like, okay, end of story. That's finally what we got. But then for them to kick us with the accident, and you said when you said no one should drive in Nashville.
I go. Well, I've learned one thing from watching this show, and I don't ever want to drive in Nashville. No. There have been too many car incidences within the show that it stresses me out.
She's been in multiple. This is her second one now.
I would be like every single intersection. Like,
can I also just say, boy, bye to that security guy.
Yes.
Get out! Don't be rubbing her shoulder. You failed and you're fired.
Well, and here's our only like nitpick about that one. There was like 5 security guys in that bar listening to the music. So even if one went home with Clay and Maddie, there's like 4 others that were hanging out. So at least 2 could have been in the car with Rayna. 1 could have stayed in the car. 1 should have gone into the office.
Well, and this is the other thing. If there's heightened security, why are you not like screening every person that walks into during regular business hours into your building? How did that happen? How are you not like looking at security cameras every night?
Yeah.
Because that's normal.
It's just lack of security. I'm upset with the security company. You guys need to sue.
If she lives, let's focus on life.
Okay,
first.
time out, because this is making me nervous because literally we just heard Rayna like bring up her mother's death again twice this episode. Once to Daphne about I started my period the week
she said
mother 2 days after my mother died. And the second time she brought it up was bringing up how her father killed her mother basically. And we have not heard about this woman's mom's dying in forever. So is Connie Britton gone? Is Rayna dead?
Well, let's take a little poll. We'll do this now. So predictions.
Yeah, we might as well.
Hands if she is dead. Hands if or is going to die. Hands if she's going to live.
Okay.
Okay, die.
And I'll tell you why I don't think it. I think because
this makes me a pessimist.
It's going to be like in a more like heart-wrenching way. It's not going to just be this like shock, like she's going to get through it, she's going to come back around. It's like almost like the Juliette story though, so who knows? Like they both have been in these accidents and have to like figure it out. I don't know. It could go either way.
I
but
think
then we've had the Scarlett's mom and the
vegetative state.
So it's like I don't know how many different like they've got to do something very different here. Like either she's like okay or I don't know.
I think she's gonna live right now because if they do write her off, it'll be in a more dramatic way, like you were saying. Because I think
so
too many shows kill people off in a simple car accident, and I think her character warrants way more than that.
Go
Go,
ahead.
you go ahead.
Okay, I think it would happen in a weird way of like somehow her and Deacon, and it's like being torn up, like, and he can't do anything about
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't know, it has to be something more to that. Like,
Hard.
you know.
Now,
it
do you think
does.
there's anything, because it wasn't the rumors at the beginning that she wasn't going to sign on for too many.
Right.
But then later, didn't she say she going to? Do you think maybe it's they wrote this and then...
I think I need to reread like
Me
what's
too.
happening in the news, or you guys let us know.
Yeah.
Because
Or-
I don't remember if she was doing full season or if it was just one more season and then we'll see what, I don't know.
Yeah, or this could be a way to write her off for a few episodes.
Right.
And then slowly bring her back
Well, because
in.
I think she's
Depending on what she
doing
wants.
something with American Horror Story again, or something with Ryan Murphy again, because she's always working with Ryan Murphy. But I think she is doing something with him, whether it's another show or I don't know. I think she's.
I think it's also the whole business of it too. Like CMT, I don't know that they can pay their actress as much as ABC. Who knows? And I think that's probably part of it from the beginning. But I hope she's still there and coming back. Like, it's not done. That can't be the end of Rayna
No, I
Jaymes.
agree.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
Or
I
we're all
agree.
gonna be pissed off.
she's
She did a
gonna-
good job until we're all mad.
But the thing
Right.
is, like, if Rayna were to die, quote unquote, it should go down with a fight, not something as measly as a car accident.
I agree.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was rough.
Very
So
rough.
rough.
Whoa! That's the second
losing
water
it.
spill we've had this evening,
guys-
too. We are all
I caught
flustered.
I caught it.
It has
I'm
been
just-
a
I'm-
night, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
We are
almost like-
struggle buses, and that just made us even more anxious, so I don't even know what to say.
It's almost like it's that time of the month.
All right. Speaking of, let's
If
have a
that's
period
not a
party,
segue.
guys. Period party. All right, let's talk
Golly.
about this. Who had a period party when they were going
no
through this,
thanks.
ladies?
Nope.
But the first person I called was my mom.
Yeah, why would you not tell your
There was
mom?
a
I did not tell my mom. My mom never showed me how to use a tampon ever. I used them wrong for months.
This is
I gotta admit. My mom never had those talks with me, so I get it.
You know what's so funny?
Well,
it
like,
reminded me, Daphne, though, she was like, my stomach's hurting. And I was like, gosh, that was what's happened to me. I kept being like, my stomach's, like, I know what it felt like to be, like, sick to your stomach, but I was like, this is weird. This is different. Like, why does my stomach feel like this? And then it happened. And luckily it happened before, like, right before I went back to school. But also at the time when you're going to the pool, and it's like, what are you going to do?
Yes,
Yeah.
that happened to me. I literally had a.
We all have the
This is
story.
becoming
So,
Really
we're all gonna share our
personal
stories.
now.
It's fine. No, I remember I didn't tell my parents for like 24 hours because I was at like my grandparents' house and it was like a family reunion. So I was so scared. I didn't want everybody to make a big deal about it. So I just kind of kept it to myself. And then finally I was like, Mom, I need to tell you something. And then we had like I had a pool party like shortly
rough.
after.
Oh my God.
And I was just like,
Why
I don't
would
even
I do
want to
that?
go.
Why are we talking?
I don't want to go.
No, it's rough.
It's
but
hard.
the one
You
thing
just
I didn't want
understand.
was her to tell my dad. I don't know why. I was like the older. I didn't want him to know for some reason. Like it was just and of course every person's used to this. This is what happens in the
Yeah,
world.
it
but like
happens, people.
Daphne, like I get her
Yeah.
hiding in that stall, and I get her being like, oh my gosh, please don't tell me. Like I don't know. She felt like Maddie was gonna be her.
See, I was really upset with this situation, and I think that was totally unfair of Daphne to yell at Maddie, because this was probably the
But
first
remember
time
the
Maddie was
hormones,
actually
though.
doing
Yeah.
something really good for her. And
But
I think that
remember,
hurt her bad.
She made the right
Yeah.
decision for once.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
can't fault her though for her being acting out towards Maddie, because it's like, when you like, that's such an emotional, like, what's happening to me, and it's also
Yeah.
like you PMSing, you don't know what your moods are
Yeah.
gonna be.
The
so.
new moon. Well, and she freaking got. I wanted to know what Tiffany's gift she got because she got
Yes.
the blue box. I was like, come on.
I never got a gift
Thank
when I got
God.
I
mine.
didn't get a gift either. A new
what
moon.
moon?
A new moon.
Blue moon. Yeah, a new
something
moon.
new.
I
new
guess it's like
moon.
I don't know.
It's no. Well,
I had
'cause
never heard of that either.
It's something from like the back in the day in different cultures because like when the woman. I'm not gonna get into it. Look it up. It's a thing. It's a thing. A lot of people did it and back in the day. A lot of people still do it.
It's so funny. We've been talking about this at work, the random things like this new moon thing I've never heard of, but have you guys heard of like a push present?
Yes,
Yes,
and I
I
did
heard about a push present.
only
I know
when
about
I
it
was
this
out
week.
here. We did not have those in Nebraska. Like I just heard about it
So,
out here too.
I
I'm
only
like,
heard
what
about
is
it out
it?
here, too.
And then people were asking about a baby moon, which I'd heard of, but it's like all these really
Yeah.
weird little things and like the rituals.
Hey,
it's so funny.
I'm not
Yeah.
like
Every girl
celebrate
wants
me.
a present for
Celebrate
some.
me.
Bring it on, boys.
Give me the gifts.
But
Okay.
I think it was really unfortunate for Daphne to get it at school. That was just bad
Yeah.
timing.
And that's things you
that's something
can't
you
control.
actually can't control.
No.
So, like, and every woman has gone through it. Like, they get it at the most unexpected time. So, like,
I
oh,
appreciate
shit,
it.
how do I deal with it?
No.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that they did talk about it because I don't think they talked about this when it happened to Maddie, which it had to have happened. I don't remember an episode about it.
No,
but like, I think this is so important in primetime, and especially because this is a family show. This is how it happens, and I think it opens up the conversation, and it makes it more relatable because everybody has to go through it, and I loved it.
And Deacon and Rayna's face when she walked in the door. That was amazing.
And then him just trying to change the subject as any man would. Like, it's just so, like, real life.
Yeah,
I think
awesome.
it was like really comedic because he's a man who just still doesn't understand the situation. It's like, no, you can try, but this is not a celebratory thing.
And you have to feel for any father that is also a house full of women, you know, where they have no boys there to like.
That was my dad.
balance things
My
out.
poor dad.
Should we not?
Bless his soul. Goodness.
My dad would just be like, "Where's Ryan? We got," or he'd call my brother like, "I need you."
funny.
Right, yeah, let's go. Watch
That
them.
was eventful. Little Daphne's growing up.
I love old Daphne.
All right, well, while we're on the girls, let's talk about, we had some reactions again to Maddie's attitude once again in the season, or in this episode, when she just announces to her mom that she's going out and she's going out alone.
Let's be clear, she's selfish. Even
She
like with
dumb.
even with Daphne, like, you're still running out of the house. Like, have a chance, like, sit there and talk to your sister and like make her understand. Like, so sorry, I did not hear you say you didn't want mom. I'm trying my best. I didn't, like, have that conversation instead of just like all about you. I gotta go see my boyfriend. I've got to work. I've got, it's hard. Like, she's a little sister. She needs some guidance, and she just always seems to kind of push her off.
But Daphne's 17, you guys. Like, remember how we... Maddie, sorry. Remember how we were when we were 17? Like, I wasn't that bad, but, like, the last thing you really... If you have a little sister, like, the last thing I really wanted to do was, like, try to have her see my point of view when she was being completely unreasonable. Because I was just like,
I mean, I agree with that. Got so sick of
Yeah,
it.
I
But,
was
like,
just
if she
like,
actually
bye.
needed me, it would have been a different story. However, I never acted like that in my life.
That's my problem is that she talks to her parents like that. Again, we talked about it last week, weeks before. I just feel like there's no excuse for that, and I feel like the parents need to be putting her in her place.
But they're so scared.
Yes, and
because she left at that woman. I think that's what it is.
She
It's
can
so,
leave
so
then.
scared.
Yeah.
That's not how you live,
that's-
though. You have to
no.
be the parent. So no matter what, even if she tried to or she did whatever,
Yeah.
did she finally go through with that and emancipate from them? Like,
She
did
tried
that
to.
happen?
She tried to.
But it didn't go
I
through.
don't think so.
No, she
right?
just
Yeah,
she
cool.
canceled it at the last
After
minute.
the-
Yeah.
Right, so it's like, you can't live in fear, and like the girl's got to mature and grow up, but like, no, you can't keep acting like that. Gosh, she's annoying. Sometimes I'm just like, bye.
Yeah, because it's like, I thought she, after everything bad that happened, after she tried to do that stage, so I thought she'd maybe change the attitude a little bit and have a little more
I think she got
respect,
a little too much freedom. She got a little too used to it. She still thinks she's in control.
Well, and as we
And,
see, she comes around when it benefits her. And
Right.
her
Oh,
mom's
yeah.
there and like giving praise to her boyfriend.
Clay,
Oh,
you're
I love you, Mom. And it's
Right.
like, we read right through it.
Yeah, and like the moment Rayna
good point.
does something nice for her new boyfriend, then that's when she'll be complacent, be like, "Yeah, I'll follow you."
Of
fine,
course.
I'll
And she'll
leave."
do what her
Yeah,
mother
I love
asks
you,
her.
Mom. I love you.
But because
Yeah.
she gets something. So again, like that selfishness of a teenager. But I don't know. They do need to. At this point, though, let's be clear. They're all dealing with a lot. So I don't know that they have time to kind of put her in her place for a second.
I think that there should be a curfew in order, just a little bit. Especially when you have security. The fact is, like,
Rayna
actually
actually,
had security.
Rayna handled that super well. You're not going by yourself, so she goes, and like that's just what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if your daughter's gonna act like this, well, you gonna put a little,
Yeah, she's playing the game, because Rayna knows. I think Rayna sees a lot of herself in Maddie, and so she kind of knows what Maddie's gonna do before Maddie even does it.
She also didn't have a mom at that point in her life, so I'm sure she's still like navigating those waters as well, and they're figuring it out. It's a lot. This family's just a lot in general. Let's not forget she has a dad in prison, whatever he is.
Yeah, we don't even
It's
know
just
with
like-
Teddy.
There's a
Oh,
lot.
it'd be nice
we
to
don't
see
care about
Teddy
Teddy
again.
anymore. No.
I kind of would like to see him
No,
again.
I kind of don't.
No, I want to see Teddy in
I like them
jail.
all. I want to see them all. I still want to see Lamar come back. Like,
I
let's be
know.
clear.
I miss
He
Jeff.
did.
He did.
He's dead too.
There are a lot. Let's just hope
Let's-
Rayna's not.
Let's talk about
No.
Juliette.
Juliette.
Okay. Who wants to go?
Oh, okay.
I'm having a hard time.
I love how
I'm
just
exhausted
with
already.
simple. I mean, first of all, we know Juliette is trying to change her ways, but you saw the first interaction when she's trying to propose and everything. That was like the old Juliette, but the way that she came around the second time, I was like, yes, had you started with this type of conversation, you would have had better feedback.
Well, and I think we're seeing a new a Juliette that's open to growth and change right now, where that's not who Juliette used to be. She used to fight change, and she used to not think she was completely fine the way she was. And so I liked that we saw her fail, and then I liked that we saw her come back and recognize where she went wrong with these people, apologize, take a new tactic, and and almost kind of bow out. And they were the ones who called her back.
She's getting on my nerves. I'm just like, that's why it's like hard for me, because it's almost, I don't know, it feels like she's almost like a different actress, and I know it's part of it, but like, I don't know, it's like the way that she's even enunciating her words that are odd to me. Like, it's like this weird, slow way of talking and being very I don't know. You guys gotta go back and watch when she's talking to him. I don't know. I was just like, okay, like, enough. It's weird. I don't know. I get the, like, mellowing out and, like, whatever's happening, but I'm not enjoying her right now.
No, see, like, that's not what I really noticed. I see her character as maturing, actually, and growing. And so especially, coming back the second round, she realized her faults and where she went wrong, and she went back to fix it rather than, like, sulk about it or complain to someone or fire
being
someone.
like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, it's their loss.
No,
She handled it in a very mature situation where Juliette maybe 2 years ago would never have dealt with it. She would have just moved on.
I see where Whitney's coming from, though. It just seems like this change has been, like, this open-mindedness has been so sudden to us, because, like, obviously we only see, like, one episode a week, where, like, the time span of this is probably a lot longer, but to us, because we've had 4 years of the old Juliette, for her to be talking the way she is now, it just doesn't
It's not even that. Right. I don't even know how to explain it. It's more of, like, I don't know.
Hayden?
Yeah, it's more of that for me right now, and it's also just, like, I don't like her as much as the old Juliette, so I'm a little bored with her. So I think that's what it is. And I get, like, growth and, like, it's great. But, like, I'm talking just for the fun of the show in general, not because I don't want to see this side of her. I think it's great. But it's like I miss, like,
Fire.
It was like more of fire. Like, now it's just more of this, like, long-winded, like, slow pace.
Like a second
really
Scarlet.
thought out. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But I'm excited to see what happens, but I'm a little bored with her story.
So how about her honesty with Avery, with his new song?
It's the way he reacts is all I care about. Okay, but he still wants to do what he wants to do, and he should.
Yeah,
that's my only thing.
And I think that's so important in any relationship, whether it's artistic or romantic or both. Like, if someone asks me my opinion, I think if everybody should live by this. If somebody asks your opinion, give them your honest opinion. I don't care, because they're not going to ask you for your opinion if they want you to sugarcoat it. Bottom line.
Well,
so I appreciate,
you never know.
but I appreciate that she was like, nah, it's good, but I think you can do better. Like, I think that's a completely fine and constructive, like, answer. It's constructive criticism, and she gave him the reasons why. She wasn't just like, I hate it, it was stupid. It was like, well, I think you've grown a little bit out of this, and I think you could try something different. And I hope that pushes him, because hearing Avery sing tonight, I didn't love the song, but I really do like his voice. So I want to hear more music from him. But cool music.
I think I just miss the passion in their relationship in general, and maybe that's why I feel like it's a little bit stagnant for me, because I do miss the, like, I mean, there's just nothing, I don't know, are they even connecting anymore? It feels so, like, I guess it just feels like a relationship they've been in it for a long time, and they've had the ups and downs, and I miss, like, the beginning of it,
Well, and probably because you don't have that with the other ones either.
Right, we're not getting that passion. We're all kind of just, like, living in our comfortable relationships in a way, and even Scarlet.
Because even, like, Rayna and Deacon, as much as I love them, it's never hot and sexy. You know?
It could have.
No! Yeah. He doesn't throw...
It was a lead-up to
what
something
would have been
that could've
hot and
been hot
sexy
and
was what I said. Lay her out on that kitchen tape. That's
and show us how you gonna show her, Deacon.
I mean, I guess I work in soap operas, but that's what I want to see. This is like, it's like, no, we have to just kiss and be safe and go up to. I mean, the girls aren't home. Get on that kitchen counter and have a good time.
I get what you're saying. They never push the envelope when it comes to of that kind of stuff on the show, and they haven't.
No.
Never.
But that's the thing. I don't think they're that kind of people. Maybe when they were younger.
But I want to believe they have that love that is what you always want. They have the passion, they have the fire. So I believe that they still have fiery
Just push
sex.
a little bit more than what we saw. Like, I could have gone for a little bit more myself.
I don't need to see. Yeah, exactly.
We don't have to see it. No, we don't have to see it.
Something.
But, like, pick that girl up and, like, you know.
Let's talk about
Let us know that something's gonna happen.
Show us what you're about to show her.
Yeah.
A little glimpse would have been nice, Deacon.
And that was like 50 Shades Darker right there with Deacon Playboy.
No, that was not 50 Shades.
Yeah, we did see that together
we
this
saw
weekend.
That together.
Oh my God! And by the way, I just want to. I know we get off topic, but we decided to go at 4 o'clock, thinking we're like be earlier than the day. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
So we were in the front row. So we like felt
we were
right up there.
close.
Yes.
You were all up in there.
So trust me, that was not 50 Shades.
No. But speaking of all up in there, we do have Scarlet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You guys.
I want to hear they talk about this.
Actually,
being
I
annoyed.
wanted. Okay, I may be completely different. I kind of wanted this to happen, but I didn't want it to be like that. I'm like annoyed that it was like immediately like, oh, you're gonna have sex with him, and then she goes have sex with him. Like I thought we were gonna get to see a little bit of the flirtation and build up to the sexual chemistry.
But I think Scarlett just wanted to bang him. I think that's why she was like, I don't want to lie to you. Like, I kind of am feeling this, and I've never really been this girl, but for some reason I feel like this girl right now, so I need to explore this side of me, and that's why I'm letting you know, Gunner, and I need to just be on my own. But
but I want to see a little of the whining and dining that leads to this. Like, show me that. Like, what is it about this guy that gets you more than Gunner's gotten you in a long time?
Oh, we saw those abs. Doesn't this guy kind of, though, doesn't he kind of look like the director of La La Land?
Damien Chazelle.
Damien Chazelle. He kind of reminds me of the director of Damien Chazelle. And, like, every time I see him, I'm just like, I wonder if they were trying to go for that, like a young, up-and-coming, like, director. I mean, that Damien
His
Chazelle.
name Damien?
Yeah. Oh, is his name Damien?
Oh, that's
on
funny.
the show.
Okay. I got you, CMT. I see where you're going with that.
I think what bothers me about this one is...
No, I don't think it's a coincidence. That's too... No. That is not a... That is... Okay, I see what you're doing.
What bugs me about this one is we've complained about Scarlett not being strong and being so wishy-washy all this time. So finally we see her say, hey, okay, I'm going to be alone. I need to figure out what I want, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can get on board with this too. As much as I like her with Gunner, I agree. Like their relationship, I can see where she's...
right?
Yeah, I can see where she said I'm numb after all the things we've been through and blah, blah, blah. So I get that. But yes, but for her to say that and then literally probably that night go and sleep with him the night, I was like, I can't... That's what I can't do with her. It's like you said, I want to see some of the build up. Like I want to see you... Yeah, because now you just... And then... Yeah,
now it's just like done, and then he's like gonna be gone because I just don't see he didn't have to really work that hard for it in the end.
Yeah, he's like a hit it and quit it.
I agree with you completely. It's like go be on your own, and that is completely fine if you want to end up hooking up with this dude. But like, be wined and dined a little bit and show us some of the sexual chemistry leading up to it. Make this a story that's fun to watch because I've been sick of her and Gunner for a while myself too.
I'm just kind of sick of Scarlett a little bit.
I agree.
But the frustrating thing is like she had to break up with Gunner just so she can tie herself of any moral implications and then immediately go to Damien just so she doesn't feel bad. So she's technically not cheating when she's now technically single. It's like, but the thing is now she just looks like a prude. Yeah.
No, I disagree. I just think if you want to find yourself, like, you know, girl, you be you. I don't think she looks like a prude. I think that's respectful, honestly.
I think we are forgetting that Gunner also did a lot of things.
Gunner is a man whore.
So it's like he dated her best friend. Like that can't be easy. Like all those random things. So I'm like, girl power, go for it. Go do your thing. Do whatever the heck you want to do. I just wanted to see a little build up to that because I was actually into seeing what would have happened with them. I thought it was fun. It was like, you know, they had some like actual like differences, but they were like, you know, it was like fun to watch because you know, here's the thing. Gunner and Scarlett to me are not Rayna and Deacon at this point. There's not enough of this like good pull, this chemistry so it's like that's not the footsteps that they are following in anymore. So I'm ready to actually see them both kind of do their thing and be the actual exes.
Well, I think I'm more frustrated at the fact that maybe like she gave us the false hope that she was gonna be single for a while, like she was gonna focus on herself, and then she immediately went to someone.
It was literally the next scene. She was
However, I do
it's
think
okay
she's
to
focusing
be
on
single
herself,
for a
though.
while. You know, like focus on herself.
Well,
and she did.
but if you want to be single, like, yeah, she can go do that if
I'm
she's single.
okay with
She's
it.
not
I
in a
wanted just to
relationship
build
with him.
up. The thing is, she's allowed to do whatever the heck she wants, and she can figure out who she wants to be and that sort of thing. I'm
She's
all
protection.
about it. I just wanted to see a little more of it because I actually like him on this show.
All right.
He kind of.
No, see, I think that's my problem. Actually, if he would have come in and been
Had to work for it a little bit.
or no, if he would not have put her through what he put her through
Right.
during the music video and been a complete asshole, like if he would have just been this like charming, hot, nice guy, yes, go for it. Have a good time. But for me, she gave it up too easily after he had been an asshole to her.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I feel like that's her just maybe kind of being attracted to assholes and then figuring out.
See, I
like,
think she's actually. I mean, I do think he was awful, but I also think he pushed her to think about herself in a way
Yeah.
that she never has. So I think that's what she was attracted to inevitably.
But this is the other thing. I wish that, like, after when she told him I'm gonna leave now, that she actually left. I think that would have made me forgive her a little bit more.
Yeah, 'cause she's like, I
doing
get it,
something-
move
because
on.
she's like, no, I'm ready to go now, so I'm gonna go.
Yep.
It would have given her more of the control.
I
where
agree.
now I feel like he's fully in control and he's just getting her to do whatever he wants her to do because she stayed. And it's like, no, she wanted to leave, and it's so yes, I am like, Scarlett, you're
Well,
losing
that's
me.
where she needs to, you know, but again, embrace that like strong, independent woman that she's really never been. She's got to figure that out. She's navigating the waters, but
Yep.
we obviously see she's still there next week or when she gets the call. So,
Yeah.
ugh, I'm over it a little bit with her. She is. I agree with you. I'm like a little like, eh. Obviously, I've said I'm over a lot of people for this. I'm actually loving the show, but I'm like certain things, storylines. I'm just like, I'm not into this right now.
Yeah.
Give me something else.
But it's good. I mean, it's given us
It
a
is.
lot to talk about. You know,
Truly.
it's really was a great episode on that.
It really is.
Anything that we forgot?
I don't think so.
We just talked really fast.
I had written down as the line I hated of the night was "You're the beautiful girl and I'm the frog."
Oh, Bob.
The
Bob,
princess
how
of
did
Frog.
that
He
line
knows,
get
princess.
to
he
you?
knows
Yeah.
exactly what
I
he's
then put
doing.
in my
Let's
notes,
be clear.
Barf.
But literally, you guys, again, that's a man that knows exactly what to say to get what he wants, as we've seen many
Dude,
times.
if
But
This guy
like,
ever
no,
told me
seriously,
that.
if a man went up and told you that line, would you sleep with him?
I would
don't think
laugh.
so, man.
I would laugh, be like,
Would you panties drop? Is that a panty dropper line? No.
No.
Maybe for Scarlett, apparently it is.
Predictions.
Oh yeah.
Well, news and gossip.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
news and gossip.
All right, news and gossip.
Carrie Underwood's dress at the Grammys.
Oh, don't even. And Faith Hill.
Ah,
Oh, Grammys, country people living it up.
Keith
A little
Urban
news and
is
gossip. They're going on tour, you guys, again.
Woohoo!
And there's another album coming out. The Big Machine's putting out for Nashville. So
Nice.
there we
Yay.
go.
Love
On
that
another note, the ACM nominations came out today.
What
so
up?
just, you know, it's always fun to talk about those kinds of things. For Entertainer, which is the big one, we've got the reigning champ, Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, Keith Urban. Oh gosh, Carrie Underwood's the only girl that's represented.
that girl.
Who's
Come
the
on.
fifth one?
Blake Shelton?
No, he didn't get any nominations. You guys, there
Well,
was
he did get an
some
album.
interesting stuff. Oh, and Florida Georgia Line, they were on there.
I do not like them.
See, I love them. I like a lot of people. But anyways, interesting stuff. So that's coming up in April, and I just thought, you know, check it out. See who you're gonna root for.
I just thought
These are
of
the real life Nashville people. Like this is what this show's based after.
You know who you just made me think of? Who Nashville should hire instead of Jeff? Oliver Hudson. My boy, Jake Owen.
Joe, yeah.
How we need to get him on the show because his
he's
Insta stuff,
great.
He could be fun.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it's so entertaining.
You
like-
obviously have a type, JJ.
I
They look
do.
very
I do.
similar.
But that's totally
It's more,
okay.
but it's the attitude and my Adam
It's the
Sandler. It's the
personality.
person. It's the fun.
I
it's
get
the,
you. I get you.
Yeah,
But anyways,
Good for Entertainer. You know what's funny? In my notes, when Avery was singing his rock song, I was completely thinking of Jason Aldean.
see, we'll see who takes
There
that
we go.
home. But just interesting little tidbits.
All right.
Prediction time?
Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Oh,
Who's
gosh.
got it? Who's got it?
I don't
I
really
think
know.
Rayna's dead.
That was a little aggressive.
No, just like the music cue on that was great. I don't. Maybe she's not dead, but I think she's going bye bye. And it makes me sad because I don't want Connie Britton off the show. It won't be Nashville anymore.
I don't think she's gonna die. I think they're gonna write her off for a few episodes. This is a good excuse to get her out for a few episodes.
To do other things.
But when she
coma or what?
But probably
Hospital
or
coma?
just like serious
No.
rehabilitation. She's in critical state, whatever. But
That's better. The coma
this
issue.
ties
I
back
kind of feel
to-
coma
That's
because we
better
got
than the
Hayden
rest
in
of
rehab
them.
already.
We already had her in a coma. Her first
we
car
had
accident.
her
We've had everything, you guys.
I know. We already had a car
What can you
accident,
do?
but we got that
The
again.
thing is,
It's like the OC.
Sorry, go ahead.
the thing is, this ties back to my earlier predictions, but that I think this will be the big thing that makes her realize is, oh, I gotta change my life. Maybe I'm not happy with what I'm doing. She's getting out of the business, and that's how they'll write her off.
I don't know.
If she
What
was
if,
to leave. I
what
don't
if
think
she
she'll die,
loses
though.
a limb? That's a storyline that hasn't happened.
That's too much production value.
Or she can't
They got a
sing.
green
Something's happened to
Well,
her.
that was part of her
Well,
first
they
car
had
crash
that with
because
it,
they
yeah.
were like her throat's
Well,
not.
maybe
her
it really
larynx-
hints at this time.
That's
Literally,
why I
she
think
can't
she's
sing
gonna-
properly. That's all been done with her first car accident.
Well, this
We've
will
seen it.
really, hopefully make Maddie step up and stop being a little brat and really take over and help Daphne. I think that's got to happen. Like, those are the things, and it's so sad because it happens to all of us in life, that give you perspective on what's going on when something bad happens. And so I think we will see a lot of shift in all the characters and how they kind of respond to this. Like, what's Deacon going to do? He's already been through so much with his own sister. Like, the guy, hopefully it's not going to cause him to, there's so many things. I also hate that that's always the go-to. Like, will Deacon drink or will he not?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
want no more drinking from him.
I agree.
And-
We're in a good place with their love and how happy, and they're writing this album, but, like, I don't know. I don't really have any crazy predictions because again, as I said, I feel a little stagnant with some of these relationships, and I'm like, what's gonna mix this up? What's gonna mix up Juliette and Avery, or at least I think he's gonna go on tour by himself.
Yeah, I think Avery's gonna have his own album.
Like his own, he's like coming up. Like, let me do my thing and focus on myself, which I think he totally
He
deserves.
should, yeah. No, and I think Juliette, now that she's going to be focusing on her album, I think what they're going to struggle with is, okay, who gets to do what they want to do, but we have a kid. I think that's going to start becoming a reality for them because that compromise.
But the new Juliette,
cadence.
who's maturing, should be the one to take a little step back.
Well, duh.
Well, if they
But
do it.
because Avery was the one who was taking care of the
And I
child
feel like
for
she
so long.
will
It's her
because
turn.
she has the new church community too, so I feel like she'll have a lot of help
Yeah.
there.
Place to
and,
bring
like,
a little child around, and
By the way, I totally called that prediction.
You did.
You did.
good work.
Yep.
Gospel. And having the choir all join in. I was like, ha, yeah, there it is.
That's awesome.
I'm like,
we good?
what, 4 for 4?
I think that's it for tonight. All right,
all.
well, you guys, we want to hear if you think Rayna is going to die, if she's going to be a coma, what's going to happen to her. We'd love to hear your thoughts after this amazing episode, so
Follow
let us know.
us.
All right,
Keep us posted.
last time, where can everybody follow you guys?
You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
And I am at Southern_Wit.
You guys can follow me at Keetin Marchi.
And I'm at JJ Jurgens. Thanks so much, guys.
See you
We'll see you
next
next week. Woohoo.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.